In-house versus outsourced telemarketing. You might be wondering what's best for your business. So we've come up with 11 quick points to help you make your decision. The first thing is this a short or a long-term objective? Clearly with outsourced telemarketing, it's flexible. You can turn it on and off. With in-house telemarketing, maybe you've got someone who's fully focused on telemarketing lead generation, but what happens if they're pulled away into other things? The second thing is the willingness and skills of your internal personnel. Maybe you've got a focused telemarketer who's had all the training necessary to get the best results from telemarketing. If not, perhaps you need to use an outsourced agency where they'll have the latest tips and tricks. You might be surprised to see systems and CRM in here, but the point is it's extremely important. If you've got a system with built-in workflow that drives up your calls per hour, you're going to get more out of your telemarketing. The problem is that many companies don't have a system that's actually configured for telemarketing as opposed to for other things. With an outsourced agency, that's exactly what you get. You also need to ensure follow-up and callbacks are managed effectively. To be fair, you can do that in-house or you can do it externally. The main thing is that you do it. What I mean by that is, what are the renewal dates that you need as triggers to generate new business? Or maybe it's new financial year. However you handle it, the key is you get callbacks done at the right time. Cost. Now it might be that outsourced telemarketing is relatively more expensive on a per day basis than doing it yourself. But the challenge is some organisations don't want to carry the financial burden or overhead of doing it themselves. And what about management time and skills? This is often overlooked when it comes to the decision. Does management have the knowledge and the time to make the campaign work? So for example, do they know how to source data? Do they know how to profile? If you know how to do that and you've got the skills to do that, great. If not, maybe you need to look outside. The other thing is reporting and measurement. It's crucial to delivering the best outcomes. If you've sorted out your reporting metrics right from the beginning of a campaign, the chances are you'll be able to track and measure things and deliver the best performance. If you can't do that, think about an outsourced agency because they should have it set up right from the get-go. I remember a story when a telemarketer went to her boss and she said, "I'm struggling," and he said, "You're the telemarketer, sort it out." The key thing is to keep the telemarketers up and motivated all the time. If you've got the management skills in-house to manage that kind of situation, great. If you haven't, maybe you need to go outside to people that can. Outsourced telemarketers will never know your business like your internal people. They won't have the level of technical depth and knowledge that in-house telemarketers might have. But the key thing to remember is it's not always about the technical knowledge, because it's more about the challenges that customers face and identifying the opportunities to get you in the door. So no matter which way you choose to do it, your telemarketers need a degree of knowledge, but they also need to understand how to unearth an opportunity. It's a numbers game. No matter whether you choose to do your telemarketing in-house or externally, you have to make enough calls to make it work. We always say you will never make an opportunity with someone you don't call. If you need a large amount of new business leads now, then you're going to need to turn it on fairly quickly. If you can do that internally, that's great. If you don't have the bandwidth, maybe you need to look outside. So hopefully after all of that, you've been able to make a decision about whether you've got the confidence, time and skills to do it in-house. If you haven't, it all seems like too much trouble, maybe have a conversation with an external provider.